Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well. And salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Here's the brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson, walk and talk. Lord's will is going to be edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. We're just going to go through the spirit. The title I was thinking of, it's time to lock in and lock up, so to say. All right, we got to be locked in the spirit. What I mean by that is, watching, measuring the times diligently, walking in the spirit, taking heed to what the spirit is saying, and locked up. Hey, by lock up is the Lord got us locked up, away from this destruction that's coming. All right, like during the Passover, the first Passover, the Israelites, they were locked up inside the home, right, with the blood on the doorpost to protect them from the death that was about. So you got to make sure you locked up, but you got to lock in first. You don't lock in, you ain't gonna be locked up in that safe place. Okay, because the Lord is about to take. Best believe the Lord is about to provide for his servants, all right, and the rest of his elect. And the Lord is going to provide in many different ways, as we read throughout the scriptures, how he will come through for his servants, all right, those that truly believed on him. Well, the scriptures say that all things are possible through Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. At the end of the day, we ain't worried about how the Lord's going to take care of us. We just know that he is, because he has promised, all right, his servants that they're going to eat. All right, we're going to rejoice. We're going to have abundance in the time of famine, in time of persecution, death, and destruction all around. The Lord's going to do some miraculous works. We just got to stay locked in, and truly believe that what the Lord said. Neither fear nor doubt. The Most High is your guide. So even begun. The Lord has been leading us, all right, in particular ways to do particular things, to get things ready for what's coming, all right? Whether it be in your personal life or as collective, the body, everything works for the greater good at the end of the day. All right, the Lord, there is no coincidences. The Lord does everything for a reason. And the Lord has told us to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. All right, so the Lord got something coming. All right, because right now, man, it's tough out here for a lot of brothers. We barely making it by, as the rest of these peons out here in America are. But the Lord's about to take care of us, man. Again, the Lord said we're gonna have abundance. We need some divine intervention to get us through what's coming. All right, this whole thing that happened on Saturday morning in Venezuela. All right, Trump talking the big shit. All right, he's more stout than his fellows. He's a real devil. That cruel Lord, he's turning up. Now he's talking about taking Cuba, Mexico, Colombia, Greenland. So hey, he gonna hold true to his promise, like, cause the Lord put the spirit on him. All right. The Lord is guiding the king's heart, roughly paraphrasing it. So, and even Marco Rubio, when they had that conference Saturday after kidnapping Maduro, Marco Rubio said, what this president means, he says what it means and he does with it. He goes through with it. So we'll see. He said they're going to start taking out these different leaders. So we'll see. Do it. Keep adding fuel to the fire. That's what we've been looking for. And at the same time, the infrastructure for the mark of the beast is being set up, which really it's already set up. It just waiting on a little bit more to flip the switch to let it go live, like Skynet and the Terminator. But best believe it's already set up around the world as we speak. They just need the green light at this point, which is coming very soon. All right, been watching the markets. Opened up at 6 p.m. last night. Gold, silver is up. All right, these different cryptos is up, which ultimately, if you've been watching the videos, you should know by now that that's going to play a key role for this market to beast system. Stable coins, CBDCs, and these different cryptos. Certain ones of them are in place to get the system going. All right, to actually be able to utilize through the blockchains, you know, the money transfers, everything will be on the blockchains anyway. Digital IDs, you know, everything. That's the Graphos. That's where all the information will be held and passed through, including transactions. So all this is culminating all at once. All right, and we're waiting on the Clarity Act on the 15th to see what the Senate's going to do with it. And they need to hurry up with that. Go ahead and pass it to the DJ Trump so he can sign it. Because remember, they're all pro-crypto. His whole administration, they're all pro-crypto, which we've gone into it in our episodes. Me and the brother Mullah Akia, we've been going into it, brought out who his administration is, who's in charge of Ripple and all these different companies that are setting up the MOTB infrastructure. Okay, they're all in cahoots with each other. That's why you had Peter Thiel of Planeteer and Elon Musk all up in there. So it's all set up, and it's moving quickly. And now with these catalysts, with these wars and rumors of wars, that's going to help expedite the process. A great reset, financial reset is coming. Out with the old and in with the new. They call it legacy financial systems. That's done with. SWIFT and all that is the paper money, paper silver. All that is a thing in the past. They're about to tokenize everything, including stocks, assets, houses, anything and everything, including people, will be tokenized and put on a blockchain. And how they gonna tokenize the people? Well, with the mark of the beast, the chip. And Neuralink, Elon Musk said this year they're gonna step up the implementations of Neuralink. So hey, then shall they know a prophet was among them. These things were appointed for a time. At the end it shall speak. Well, it's here. But again, we got to stay locked in, all right, because persecution's coming, or the hour of temptation's coming. But you just got to believe that the Lord's going to take care of us. We're going to be good. And thus saith the Lord. It's not what I say or what I believe or think. Well, it is what I believe, but it's not what I think, my personal opinion. That's what the Lord said. Somebody has to fulfill them scriptures, okay, of being well off when everybody's starving and mourning. Somebody got to be them servants. Somebody got to be those that get to eat and drink and rejoice, laugh, while people are mourning, gnashing their teeth, starving to death. Okay, so we just got to continue to keep the faith at the end of the day and endure. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And give all credit to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It ain't nothing of yourself. You shouldn't be glorying in yourself. Look at me, look at that. You know, everything that we do is of the Lord. And the Lord is going to humble the proud and bring you low and get rid of you. Only the humble will be exalted in due season, when the Lord sees fit. In due time, the Lord will give the exaltation. But we've been suffering. But now it's time to reap the fruits of our benefits. All right? And ultimately, when the Lord returns, be glorified with him and receive those crowns. But on this side, we're going to begin to be shining so that we can glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and magnify his true, holy, and powerful name through these miracles and through being taken care of. Not only the spiritual powers, but the way the Lord's going to take care of us. People are going to envy us and be able to do nothing. Pursuing the 2nd Ezra, chapter 2. So these things are all, you know, happening right now, literally. So we're getting closer and closer to the return of the Lord and the destruction of Babylon the Great. Again, we just got to stay focused on the prize and don't get haughty, you know, and don't get puffed up, you know, take the low road, so to say, and just remain humble. Don't be puffed up and doing too much. Just stay in your lane. All right, live a simple life and wait upon the Lord, because that's what we've been commanded to do. We're not here to exalt ourselves, because again, that's when the Lord's going to bring you down. We're here to exalt the Lord. All right, it ain't nothing about you, what you know, what precepts you can pull out. It's all ultimately to glorify the Lord at the end of the day. The scriptures say that there's one that fears the Most High but knoweth little. He's better than the one that have much wisdom but transgresseth the law. So, just remember that when which we walk with confidence in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but you shouldn't be being confident in a plain way, because we're still meek. We're supposed to be meek, all right. But at the end of the day, that we're above these people through the Spirit. But again, the Lord's looking for the meek, the humble. Those are going to inherit the earth, not the proud and pompous. But again, that's why we got to stay locked in. Don't think too highly of yourself. Not saying that you think to yourself, "Oh shit, man." Don't let your sins weigh you down. But you got to just know you're a vessel, you're a servant, and you can easily be replaced, as we've seen over the years. So stay locked in and stay locked up in the secret place of the Most High, all right? Because if not, next thing you know, you teaching heresies. The Lord takes a name from you, and then you out of there. You out of the secret place of the Most High. And you can't run into the strong tower no more because you lost the name. So, count your blessings. Be humble. Don't exalt yourself among others. All right, and just do what the Lord said to do, what He commanded us to do, and don't be extra. Don't do too much. Do what you've been commanded to do, and stay in your lane. Play your role. Everybody ain't the same position. And that's all right, as long as you're a believer and you're maximizing your blessing, your gifts, your talents. Then that's what the Lord's looking for you. Everybody ain't Peter. So just remember that, and stay, striving for the truth. Strive unto the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. That's what it's all about, So just stay locked in, brothers and sisters. Play your role and please the Lord. All right, we're not here to be men pleasers. All right, we're here to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, so Lord's willing, this was edifying, just a quick video. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation, much love to the elected Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Shalom.